What's up YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. Now before we get started with today's historic video, the road to 200 subs has now come to a close and we are now 192 subs away from hitting 500 subs. And if you guys are new to the channel, and I know that a lot of you guys are, because practically 100% of you guys are watching the content, but you guys are not even subscribed. So if you guys are watching the content, you like the content, and you want more of the content, but you guys have not subscribed as of yet, then be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, smash that thumbs up button on this video, and as always, excuse me, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And I want you guys to post in the comments below, answer the question of the day, which is this. What was your favorite moment what was your all-time favorite moment from WrestleMania 41? Let me know down in the comments below. And it's already been a week since WrestleMania 41, and already a lot has happened this week. Going back to last night on SmackDown, the tag team division showed the world why they never should have been left out of WrestleMania, having an instant classic for the tag team titles in a TLC match that featured the Street Profits, the current champions, DIY, and of course the Motor City Machine Guns. We saw the return of Aleister Black, which we knew that was gonna happen at some point. We just really didn't know when. Not only that, but Zelina Vega is the new Women's United States Champion. We found out that Randy Orton and John Cena are going to go at it one more time for the WWE title, which is going to be historic at Backlash. And then, of course, also Fraxium, the former NXT Tag Team Champions, have now made the jump over to the main roster on SmackDown. This past Tuesday, we saw Noam Dar return, regaining the NXT Heritage Cup, which was huge. Joe Hendry made his return after having an incredible match against Randy Orton. Some people might not think that match was good. Excuse me. I think it was. I think more so of the fact that this was Randy Orton's 20th WrestleMania. You can't go wrong. You gotta go big or go home with that one. And then of course on Raw we saw Becky Lynch turn her back on Lyra Valkyria. We saw Rusev return, which we didn't think he was ever gonna come back. Even after all the bullshit that he had said on social media post WWE release, which was during the pandemic. There was a lot that went on during WrestleMania week, and even also during the weekend itself. But also another big piece of news that will be talked about in today's video, and is that WWE has acquired the Lucha Libre wrestling promotion AAA. Now, this is actually a big ordeal for WWE because of the fact that TNA and AAA aren't the only promotions that they've aligned themselves with. In fact, they've aligned themselves with the promotion GCW, and even also as well Pro Wrestling Noah, which is where Yoshiki Inamura had wrestled pretty much throughout most of his career, pre NXT. So So honestly, this is huge because we found out that that WWE will be having a PLE on June 7th, the same day as Money in the Bank. Excuse me, and obviously it's known as Worlds Collide, and it's basically NXT and also AAA with the main roster having some form of having played some form of factor going into that PLE because of the fact that you've got a lot of high flyers and a lot of talent that know a little bit about Lucha Libre, including guys like Rey Mysterio, guys like Santos Escobar, the Lucha Brothers, Penta and Ray Phoenix, Fraxium as well. Guys like Wes Lee, who else can I name? Stephanie Vaquer, the current NXT Women's Champion. So you've got a lot of talent that could make their way onto the card for AAA. But that's not the only big piece of news that we have. We found out that because that WWE had acquired the promotion AAA, we found out um that Alberto, that former WWE champion Alberto Del Rio, or Alberto El Patron, I think is his name, um, has actually been released from of his contract from AAA, considering the fact that he's the AAA he was the excuse me, considering the fact that he was the AAA world champion, and I actually want to look up the roster. Um, I want to see like who exactly is on the roster for AAA, because um there's actually quite I think there's a couple. Um, because I know that there's Vikingo um that is with AAA, and there were rumors that he was supposed to be signed with AEW, but he ended up choosing to stay with AAA to be a part of the WWE roster. Um, let's see. Let's see here. There's a couple. But but it seems like most of the personnel that are with AAA are from what I'm seeing here, it's just like it's like referees, commentators, and whatnot. Even also Conan is actually the creative consultant, which is pretty cool. Um, so as far as this huge news, it's awesome. It's absolutely incredible to know that WWE has expanded their horizons to a fourth promotion to align themselves with, and that's huge. That is huge. With Worlds Collide coming up in less than a couple months, there's a lot that we can expect. One thing that we can expect is liter is pretty much almost I can't speak. I can't speak today. One thing that we can expect from Worlds Collide is, again, is the high-flying capabilities of the Lucha Libre style. So we're definitely going to be seeing Stephanie Vaquer show up. We'll be seeing Rey Mysterio show up, Rey Fenix, Penta. There's going to be a lot of talent, not just from Raw and SmackDown and NXT show up, but we're also going to be seeing pretty much most of the talent from AAA show up, and that's huge news. That is huge news. We know that we could potentially see a couple of championships from AAA get defended. I know that we're bound to see at least one or two titles get defended from NXT, including the NXT Women's title, which is currently being held by Stephanie Vaquer at the moment. But given this news, as I stated before, Alberto El Patron has seemingly been released from WWE, not from WWE, from AAA. So, with that being said, the question becomes, what are the pros and cons of this acquisition? One of the biggest pros, in my opinion, is WWE is giving the fans more talent to watch. Obviously guys like Vikingo, Extreme Tiger Mask, I think is his name. From what I just read. Hang on. Yeah, I think it's Extreme Tiger Mask. Extreme Tiger. There's him, Laredo, Octagon Jr. Who else is let's see here. Aerostar, Chessman. Dr. Wagner Jr. I know that we're definitely going to be seeing guys like Monster Clown, potentially Monster Clown, Psycho Clown, Sanson, just to name a couple. We're definitely going to be seeing these guys show up to Worlds Collide, but we could also see them perform not just on NXT, but also on Raw and SmackDown at some point. I mean, think of the different dream matches that we could see. We could see Vikingo versus Rey Mysterio, or we could potentially see Axiom versus Extreme Tiger, or we could also see as well Penta versus Extreme Tiger, or Rey Fenix versus Monster Clown, who I think is a male wrestler. The possibilities are out there. That right there, I feel like, is one of the biggest pros having this acquisition. But the biggest con of this acquisition, in my opinion, I feel like is going to be how the fans are going to react to this acquisition, right? Like how, are they going to be okay with it? Are they going to accept the idea? Because there are a lot of fans out there who will say, "Oh, AAA should have stayed, should have aligned themselves with AEW, because because they're better, because that business is where the best wrestle." Here's the thing: I'm not gonna judge on that. To be honest, I think because that WWE acquired guys like Cody Rhodes and guys like Lexis King and women like Jay Cargill, and brought back guys like Rusev and Aleister Black and guys like Ethan Page, AEW has dropped the ball with all those guys and girls. So I think honestly, it's again. Sorry guys, I dropped the box. That was right next to me. I'll pick that up later. Anyway, again, the biggest con again I feel like is going to be the fans. How are they going to react to this? Are they going to be okay with it? And what will the ratings be for not just for Raw and SmackDown, but for NXT and for Worlds Collide? How is it going to generate more viewers? Is it going to generate less viewers? That's one con. Another major con that I feel like is going to play a massive factor is also the fact that AAA has ultimately released El Patron, but I feel like they didn't release him. I feel like he quit AAA, and the reason for it is because of the fact that WWE had fumbled the ball numerous times when it came to Alberto Del Rio, after his third and fourth year in WWE. His first 2 years in WWE were incredible. Royal Rumble winner, WWE champion, Money in the Bank winner, world heavyweight champion. He had and even also a U.S. champion as well. After that, I think it was like his third, fourth, or fifth year in WWE. That was when they dropped the ball, and they realized, and fans knew that Alberto Del Rio was a once in a lifetime generational talent, and WWE just dropped the ball on him. So imagine under the new banner of WWE, the question becomes: could he become an even bigger star now in WWE than he was back then? Absolutely, 100%. He definitely could have had such an incredible run, as U.S. champion or perhaps IC champion. But for him to want to walk away from the big news that AAA is partnering with WWE, I think proves that he still holds a grudge towards WWE for something that was beyond their control, because I feel like it wasn't WWE's fault that Del Rio that El Patron didn't have a lot of opportunities. I feel like it was his own fault. And the reason I believe that's the case is because he really didn't establish himself as a top babyface or a top heel. Especially when even when he had debuted in WWE in 2010, and then started to become a bigger star in 2011. He presented himself, but once he lost the World Heavyweight title via the Money in the Bank briefcase the night after WrestleMania 29, that was when things started to go downhill for him. And yeah, sure, he might have held the United States title a couple times, but that was just it, right? Like once he lost the U.S. title, that was it. Like his career was gonna go downhill, and we knew it was gonna happen. But that was his own fault. He did things, and I can't I can't really say them on here because I don't want to put him on blast. But there were some things that he had done outside of WWE that caused him to get released. So I feel like he blames WWE for that, but in my opinion, he's got no one to blame but himself. So when you look at this acquisition for WWE, this is huge news because of the fact that TNA has appeared has brought their talent over to NXT numerous times, including guys like Joe Hendry, guys like Moose, guys like JDC or Fandango, guys like women like Rosemary, guys like what's it, Hammerstone, guys like Zachary Wentz and Trey Miguel, the Rascals, Wesley's old crew. Um, Even also Jordan Grace, now a part of the NXT roster full time, which is incredible news for her. There's a lot. There's a lot. So the question becomes now: Is will Worlds Collide become a massive success? And the answer is yes. It'll definitely be a massive success, especially if they bring in guys from the main roster, such as the LWO, Legado del Fantasma, potentially also Zelina Vega as well. Maybe we might see Fraxium show up if Wesley could be a part of it. The Lucha Brothers as well. We could hypothetically speaking, we could literally see the Lucha Brothers do battle with Fraxium. Think about that. Think about that kind of dream match, right? The possibilities are out there, but I will say I think this is going to be a very intriguing an intriguing partnership between both WWE and AAA. I know that I know that there's been a lot of rumors saying that The Rock has joined up with WWE to partner with New Japan Pro Wrestling because of the fact that their deal with AEW is supposed to expire at some point down the road. And The Rock on social media kind of teased it, right? He teased the idea of WWE acquiring New Japan Pro Wrestling, which would be huge. Even that alone would be huge because of the talent that's there. You got guys like Kota Ibushi, Hiroshi Tanahashi. You've got. I mean, there's a lot of talent, over there that could make the jump to WWE, which would truly prove that WWE is the premier wrestling promotion in the world. And some people may believe that AEW is the leading promotion. I don't see it that way. I think because that AEW has only been around for only a few years, and WWE has been around for well over 6 decades, there's no telling what to expect with WWE. There's no telling. I mean, we could see New Japan work with WWE. And also think about this. I believe Sasha Banks or Mercedes Moné, if I remember correctly, let's see. Here we are. If I remember correctly, excuse me. Here we are in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Sasha Banks is actually the current currently the strong women's champion. So think about this: if WWE did acquire New Japan Pro Wrestling, we could end up seeing Sasha Banks return to WWE. Think about that, and also think about how many other championships she has held since quitting on WWE. She's won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12, 13, 14, 17. Yeah, she has won 17 championships. Ever since, ever since being a part of the wrestling world. She has won 17 championships. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20. She's won 17 championships and 21 awards over the years, not only for best moment in WWE. She's won awards for match of the year, woman of the year, feud of the year, tag team of the year as well. Sasha has done a lot, even post WWE. Ever since quitting WWE, she's done pretty well for herself. So for WWE to acquire New Japan Pro Wrestling would be huge, because now she would have no choice but to defend the strong women's championship under WWE soil, which would be huge. But going back to the acquisition with AAA, this is big news. Absolutely historic. We don't really know much else about the card for Worlds Collide. I'm assuming that we'll probably see a couple of championships from both AAA and from NXT be defended. Maybe the NXT Women's title gets defended as well. Only time will tell. But I will be doing a prediction video and a result video for Worlds Collide on the channel on the night, literally following Money in the Bank, which that's gonna be interesting. I don't know if I should do the results of both Money in the Bank and Worlds Collide in the same video, or do it in separate videos. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that one because they're taking place back to back on the same day, so it's gonna be that'll be very interesting. But with that being said, that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more WWE topic videos in the future, then make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.